Sometimes I get the question, Jesus ate meat. That means eating meat should be moral. Well, there are a couple of things to examine here. One is the Last Supper. Did Jesus eat lamb? It's unclear. It's not mentioned explicitly that he ate lamb. I sometimes think he may not have eaten lamb because it would have been a symbolism too hard to ignore. When he says he's the Lamb of God and this is his flesh, he talks about the bread instead of supposedly he ate lamb meat, he would talk about a lamb meat instead. But he talked about bread. So it's not explicitly mentioned that he ate lamb for the Last Supper. The other is fish. Yes, fish is meat. And Jesus ate fish on numerous occasions. For that one, we have to see what is the reality of living in the Middle East during Jesus' time. It's a desert. There are not that many sources of food. And so fish was an important part of the diet, especially as a source of protein. For us, we don't need to eat fish. So we have the freedom, right? If you are required to eat something, if you're forced, there's no freedom. And so when we have freedom, we have to choose to love. And so what is a loving thing to do? No one can tell me that it's a loving thing to do to pull a fish out of water and then suffocate it to death. Or it is loving and kind to put a hook in someone's mouth and then drag them out of the water. That's not loving or kind. So as to the question of whether Jesus ate fish or not, we can always ask, what is a loving thing to do for us? In Jesus' time, Jesus may not have had the option because fish was a required part of the diet. But for us, it is not. So the loving thing to do is to allow the fish to be, and we can eat plant-based diets. So here you go. Do the loving and kind thing when you can.